Good evening, my dear friends, Rails of Music fans. Here we are in Ioannina and Kaplaneio with the magnificent, the one and only Jeff Scott Soto, one of my favorite singers to complete his Greek tour. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Here in Kaplaneio-Ioannina with a special acoustic set. This is gonna be great. Jeff, I'm delighted to meet you. It means a lot to me, a lot to us, a lot to the fans. Let's get something, to meet you, introductory. How was your tour so far? Did you like the Greek fans?
I always look forward to coming back to Greece, and as a matter of fact, I'm especially happy to be this time because when we were booking the tour, there was a little discrepancy about playing in Greece because of course the country is going through a lot of economical restructure, political unrest. There's a lot of things going on here, and there was a lot of concern for me to play down here right now because of they kept saying there's no money, nobody's going to come to shows, it's not the good time. And because I'm so involved right now with the Athens band Danger Angel, I know otherwise. I know that I need to take this risk, that I need to come down and play here. I have many fans that need this escape from all of the daily things going on. Music is our escape. Music is my escape. It's a chance for us to get away from all the regular things in life that we have to deal with every day. And so I told the people that, the booking agencies and the people that said don't do it, I said I have to do it, even if I'm going to do it on my own. And so far, as I said, it's great to be here because I saw the people coming out to Thessaloniki in Athens last night. They came out as strong in numbers as ever, and I proved everybody that it was the right thing to do.
Right, Greek fans need this kind of stuff, need live performances from music idols like you. Greece idolizes you from when you were 18 years old with Malmsteen. Yeah, a long time ago. So Damage Control last year, and this year with Wet, Rise Up.
Yeah.
Two extraordinary albums, if you ask me, equally great.
Thank you.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, I'm wrapping this tour in another week, and I've got a couple dates in May with Wet in Sweden. I'm going to start writing right now. I'm writing a new solo album. I'm not going to probably release it until early next year, but I plan for it to be even heavier than Damage Control. Don't really want to do too much of the AOR melodic rock stuff because I think that is covered now with Wet. I think it's good for Wet to cover this kind of arena, this type of rock, and I want to go a heavier direction, a direction that I haven't done in many years. So I'm going to be working on material all summer. I've got a couple more Wet shows in the fall, and then I'm back on tour with Trans-Siberian Orchestra in the winter.
hall.
Well, TSO is it's a well-oiled machine that's been running for many years. I joined them about almost 6 years ago. I started working with them, and it's something that's I'm happy to be a part of, because it's, like I said, I'm just another wheel in the machine. There's so many portions of what make that band happen, and I get to just be a part of it as to being the main part of it. I like actually taking the back seat a little bit and just being a part of what they're actually doing, and being just how do you put the term? He's standing with a drink there for me. That's why I'm a little I'm just part of what makes the whole thing go, as opposed to being the main picture in there.
Yeah, that's great. So thank you, George. Thank you.
When they give you
cheers.
A drink, they really give you a drink.
Yeah, that's a good drink. Yeah. So 30 years in the music field, 30 years in the music industry. Allow me to tell you that you are one of the most experienced and well-balanced voice in the industry of metal.
I appreciate that.
When I look in your in your portfolio, it makes me dizzy. So much beautiful so much beautiful music in so very little math. How did you manage it? What kept you going on like this?
Music for me is life. I mean, I always am asked, what's the key to life? What's my meaning of life? And of course, it's music. I'm not the type of artist who just relies on music to pay the bills and just to do an album just to then have an excuse to tour. I do music because it's just something that's always happening in my life. So it doesn't have to always be structured by certain timings. One of my favorite artists in the world is Prince, and this is one person that was always writing, always recording, whether he needed to release an album or not. He's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of songs that people have never heard in his vaults. He could release albums until many years after he's dead, because he's got so many songs recorded. This is kind of the same thinking that I had in my life, to just constantly keep working, keep doing things that I can bring back into my own self and bring back into other bands and projects that I'm working with, because it's the only way to really grow as an artist, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, maybe there's too much out there. Maybe there's Jeff Scott Soto overkill out there. But for me, it was an education that I needed to be able to pull all these different resources together to make who I am today.
Yeah, you're a great guy, and it's not an overkill. It's evolution. Allow me to tell you.
Thank you.
So, with experience in this field, do you think that metal is still alive in 2013?
Oh God, yes. I mean, it's stronger than ever in many ways. I mean, of course, everything's changed. The whole industry's changed. The way music is sold has changed. The way it's promoted and marketed has changed. But as far as the actual, I mean, there's kids listening to the stuff that I grew up with. There's kids listening to my music and listening to the next generation. It's never going to die. There's always people like yourself. There's always people like your cousins and your nephews and the younger generation that you're going to influence, that's going to keep this music flowing. And I think it's strong. As you look at some of these festivals, you see tens of thousands of people going mad for, even the older bands like Metallica, Megadeth, who've been around as long as I have. And, they're considered veteran bands now, where back in my day, they were the new bands. Yeah. And of course, it's stronger than ever.
But still alive and kicking. That's
oh, yeah.
So, I understand that you are fond of Greek metal scene. You participated in Danger Angel. You know Danger Angel, the new way or bad. How did you decide to do this? Do you know anything else about Greek metal scene?
Not really. This originally I got involved with them because of their manager, who's a great friend of mine, Alex Politis. His brother-in-law is the drummer of the band, and just because of my relationship with him, he asked me as a favor if I would sing a song on their first album, which I wasn't really fond of their material. I wasn't fond of this direction, but I did it for him as a friend, and it helped them establish themselves. But it wasn't until they started working on the next album, they got a new singer, they changed direction completely. And I love the new direction. It was so much that they asked me to help them produce the album, and I was more than happy to say yes. This time it wasn't a favor. This time it was a pleasure. I've seen the band grown from the very early stages when I first met them and played with them to now. It's night and day. They've become a real international band, and this is one of the reasons why the tour opening for me in this European tour was so important for them. I wanted to make sure that the world, especially starting in Europe, can now see them as an international band, not just the Greek band.
Turn back time to a simple days when I seem like forever. Tomorrow will turn the day. Yeah, yeah. Was it all a waste of time? Don't really wanna say, but you gotta stop and wonder. Is he gonna walk out at all?
How hard is for a new singer to accomplish as much as you accomplished, at least to, you know, to proceed in life, to evaluate his work nowadays? A new singer, what advice would you tell him?
Never stop learning. There's always more to learn. I'm been doing this almost 30 years. I mean, I'm one of the old guys too, believe it or not. And I never stop learning. I'm still influenced by a lot of new things. I still am influenced by the things that I grew up with. And you can never get enough information to continue what you're doing, because once you feel like, well, I've done it all, there's nothing left to do, then you might as well just walk away from it. And I'm not ready to, I feel like I'm at the second stage of my career right now.
Yeah. And last but not least, so I don't want to tire you anymore. You have a show to perform, always a good one. So do you know to say something in our fans, in the Rails of Music fans TV site?
Well, like I just said, it's next year I'm going on 30 years of doing this for a living, and I can't state enough how humble I am that I'm still here, that I still have people like yourself and the people here in Greece that's still interested in listening to what I'm doing and interested in hearing my music. It's such a proud moment in my life that I can still be doing this for a living, and that you allow me to still do this. So I can only say thank you very much.
This was Jeff Scott Soto, ladies and gentlemen, the purest voice of heavy metal. Keep it real.
Yeah. You all know him, you love him, it's George! The pleasure is mine.
It's the first time I ever come in this place. Fucking guitar players. This is a song I think everybody will know in here tonight, so if you want to sing along on the chorus, I'm not going to stop you.
Wait. Yeah, 6 chances to get it right. They all wrong.
He's on the 7th one now.
Oh, we're gonna do this, yeah! Come on!
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. You go alone. The sounds like these can make it on my own. Wasted days and sleepless nights. I can't wait to see you again. If I must spend my time waiting on a call, how can I tell you, babe, my back's against the wall? I need you by my side. Tell me it's alright, but I don't think I can take anymore. Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love that I've been searching for? Is this love, or am I dreaming? This must be love, 'cause it's really got a hold on me. Swaying forward, stronger day by day. Well, I can't wait to see you again, so I can hold you in my arms. Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this love that I've been searching for? Is this love, or am I dreaming? This must be love, 'cause it's really got a hold of me. Hold on me, baby. Is this love that I've been searching for? Is this love, or am I dreaming? This must be love that I've been searching for. Is this love, or am I dreaming? This must be love that I've been searching for. Is this love, or am I dreaming? This must be love, 'cause it's really got a hold on me. Hold on me. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow!
Oh, yeah.
That was beautiful. I love spontaneous.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful, fantastic.